it's Katie the Crafty Crab, and today I have a video response and I wanted to show you some of the crafts I've made for a recent challenge that my friend Carolyn has announced. So Carolyn is an American crafter and she is on YouTube as Crafting with Wine. So a couple of weeks ago now, I can't quite remember how many subscribers she was celebrating. I think it may have been over 1,000. But anyway, she launched a challenge with a prize giveaway, and she was looking for 5 embellishments, greetings cards, ideally for her mum to be able to send, because her mum likes to send handmade cards, one for a man, one for a woman, and a flip book. Excuse me. And if your flip book was themed girl power, then you got an extra entry, and if you did a video response, you got another entry, I believe. And she has a fantastic giveaway, and I will link to her channel below, and the video with the giveaway. Now the deadline was the end of December, so probably I'm sorry, but it might be a bit too late for everyone else to join in now. But please do have a look at Carolyn's channel. She's a great crafter, and I know she does like organising giveaways, so I'm sure there'll be something coming up soon. However, if you can get something in the post by the end of the year, then go for it, because I know she is extending it slightly, so as long as your entry is postmarked before the end of the year, it will still be counted even if it arrives with her early January. So let's get cracking. Now, because Carolyn is a very good friend of mine and I've been swapping crafts with her for over a year now, I've gone a bit over the top, but in terms of entering, but only because I was so mega keen to be sending her stuff, because I love the sentiment behind it. So instead of one card for a guy and one card for a female, I've done 2 of each. So I've done these 2 cards for male, and it's because I know what it's like to look after older parents, and they also know it's nice to have handmade cards in the house, and if Carolyn's trying to make them for her mum all the time, it must get pretty busy. So these are quite simple. These are using sentiments from Anna Griffin, and we have a baseball player here with a scorecard and baseballs, and I've purposefully not added any sentiments because I don't know if that's focused, because I thought this way she can use them and write, or just put a sticker on thinking of you, or happy birthday, or anything that's relevant. Then I've also got this kind of journey themed one. So we have this lovely old-fashioned car, postcard, and map, and the plane as well. And so these are slightly dimensional, but they're very, very thin dimensional, just to give them something, but not too much. And then for the females, I've produced these 2. And I can't quite remember the name of the kit, but I bought this in the range recently. And so we have this really pretty glittery decoupage kit with the flowers and the frame, and then some letters and a bird. And inside I've just stuck another little bird there. And then this one on glittered paper stock. Cardstock even. You have this lovely slightly embossed dress. You can feel all the polka dots, and it's glittered as well. And then you have this handbag and the frame, and again it's all decoupage, and then there's tiny little butterflies I've also stuck dotted around. So those are my cards for the challenge. Then let's go on to the flip book. So bear with me. So I went with the theme of girl power, and I've I've tried to keep it quite classy and fun and girly. So at the moment I am in love with Julie Nuttin stamps, having only bought a few recently. So this one is the Audrey one, and I thought for girl power an Audrey Hepburn style stamp would be lovely. So I coloured her in, and then I just added a few pearl necklaces there. I've used these mulberry flowers, and there's a little resin heart, and then I wrote using metallic Sharpie pens, girl power. And here you have a ribbon tie as well. Now what I will do is in the next few minutes you'll see a very quick time lapse of how I made this, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what the end result looked like. So, as I said, this will untie, and the first page. So I had this beautiful feminine tissue paper that I stuck down, and I cut these words out of a magazine, She's All That. And then I stuck these glittered letters, Carolyn, and went round them with a white Sharpie pen and a black biro just to bring them out and highlight them. On this page, we have a gorgeous little envelope, and in that there will be a little note for Carolyn. I have this lovely sentiment, you are my sunshine, with these gorgeous stickers, and I just thought the three women there, the three girls, were great at conveying the whole womanhood and girl power. So then we flip up, and if I just hide that for now. So on this page we have the quote, the difference between who you are and what you want is to be is what you do. So what I have tried to do with this flipbook, as well as being girl power themed, is to fill it full of positive quotes. And I had this chipboard of Jasmine from Aladdin, and I just thought, oh, she's great because she's a very strong female figure as well. And there's some bling that I've just slotted there because I only stuck the top of the quote. So we flip down, and the thing that screams to me about girl power is the suffragette movement. Now, I don't know how much this went over into the States, but in the 1900s it was a very big deal for the UK, and as a schoolgirl we learnt about this at school in our history classes. So this was a group of women that were demanding their own rights to be equal with men, in particular having a vote in politics, because that was always at the time restricted to men. And I think the other thing was, if your husband died, you couldn't inherit any land or property. So I've always felt that that is such an amazing thing, that so many women who were quite militant and ended up dying for the cause in some cases. And so I had this replica suffragettes memorabilia. So I've decorated it with some pearls, and then there's a fake membership card. And I've got here some little postcards, black and white, of the suffragettes. And if you want to know more, Google it. But it's also what Mrs. Banks is doing in Mary Poppins. I love the fact in Mary Poppins that whole Votes for Women is a big part of the story. So then we have this page, and again I used a small Julie Nuttin sunshine stamp here and coloured her in. And I had this quote again from a magazine: "Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain." I love this quote. And I made a small pocket here, and there's just two washi samples, some cherry blossom, and that's actually peacock feather. So there we go. Okay, so then we go onto this page. So the reason I covered it is because these are some of my embellishments. So I ripped strips of pieces of paper to provide a kind of slot to put things in. There's this quote here: "Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself," and that's from Coco Chanel. And I thought, again, another great female quote, looking after self-esteem. So let me just get these out. Okay, so I've actually used the flip book to put some of my embellishments into, and I've done more than 5, Carolyn, but that's because I was getting carried away and enjoying everything. So first of all, let's have a look at these coffee and tea mugs. So I recently bought a stamp set from Made It Stamps, and I just thought these were so cute. So I stamped out these coffee cups, and then using some craft paper, there was a stamp as well that was the cover around. And there were all these cute little sentiments. So there's one cup at a time, my friend. I left a blank one for Carolyn to use. And then I've got 2 here that say, "This will perk you up." And I just love those. And I know she likes coffee. And then part of the same stamp set were these cute mugs. So I stamped them onto red card. And there was even a stamp to show the kind of the tea or coffee. So I used craft paper, and there was stamps for marshmallows. So to me, that is a nice hot chocolate. A similar design, and this one says, "A warm smile, a cozy hug, and something yummy in a mug." And then I did a plain one for tea or a white coffee, and you can write whatever you want on there or stamp onto that. And then I wasn't sure if Carolyn drinks her coffee white or black, so I also did a black one as well. So those fitted into the flip book, and then whilst I was playing, I using some scrap papers, I Mod Podge some scrap paper together, then I die cut it, and I used these 3 scallop circles, used some snip art to give it a texture, and if you can see there's a sticker there that says inspired, and 3 little pearls. And then similarly, I same process, this is all scrap paper that's been die cut, and I used some scallop circles and some hexagons, I think. I used a Tim Holtz ticket called Dream, the snip art again, and the pearls. And then the last embellishment, excuse me, these are coffee stirrers from any popular coffee shop. So these are flattened. I cut them into pieces and shaped them so they would be pointy, and made a small picket fence. I coloured this with a white Sharpie and then stuck some flowers and butterflies. So these are my embellishments for Carolyn for the challenge, and these would be perfect for her to include in scrapbooks, or I mean with this, for instance, she could definitely make that into a paper clip, which I know she loves. So scrapbooking, journaling, or even putting in pocket letters. So those are my embellishments. And so let's go back to the flip book. And so they all fit in there. And then we open up this page, and here is a postcard, Votes Women. Again, I've done this on purpose. I've left this quite blank because I just think this is a really important part to me as the theme of girl power. And then the central middle section, I found this beautiful image of this female in a magazine, and I've been hoarding it for a while. And when I was looking through things to put in this flip book, I saw this and I thought this is perfect. So I cut her down, I've added flowers in her hair, and then there's a little sticker quote that says, "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." So these are all of the elements that I wanted to include to make it a positive and female oriented flip book, and the back page just has some more of this feminine tissue paper. So there is my video response. Now, I apologise for all the sniffing. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm not feeling very good at the moment. I've been having colds on and off now for a couple of weeks, if not months. So I'm finally giving into it and taking all the medicine I can, and hoping that Christmas will give me a good rest. But so bear with me. Thank you for watching and putting up with all of that. Please do have a look at Carolyn's channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye for now.